All right. We're doing the ombre and a couple of other balayage techniques. So this is going to be the finished outcome. You'll have different kind of colors in there. Depending on which technique you do, you might see a little more of the dark coming through, or it'll look a little more solid. So there's a few different ways to do this, but the way that I did it is I section it into 5. So I have a mohawk section through the top. I sectioned out the sides. So basically to behind the ear, and then I just did center back. So when we're starting off, I'm going to start off in the center back. I just do that because it's going to be easier for you to wash it out after. So take your section. This doll also has the ombre technique on it. And basically what you want to do is you want to go through and tease it up. But when you're teasing it, you don't want to pack it really tight like you normally do if you were doing like a little blue-haired lady shampoo set. You're not going to go in really, really tight, because afterwards when it's done processing, you want to be able to comb it out. So you're just going to go in there and just pack it in maybe once, maybe twice. That'll be your sectioning you have. Some people use foil, some people don't. I like to use the foil because I want more control, and I feel that a lot of people are coming in with the darker hair and they want it to be a lighter tone. So if you don't use foils, you might not get it as light, but I think that's kind of preference. I'm going to show a couple different techniques. So I have 2 bowls just for demonstration, and this is just conditioner. There's no lightener in here. So when you're going in, you just paint it on. And I usually feather it a little bit at the top. Even though it's teased, I think sometimes you can get a really strong line there. So just feathering it up at the top and making sure that the ends are saturated really good. And then however you want to fold that, keep the foil in there. It doesn't have to be a really clean foil. You can just fold it once or twice or put 2 foils together. And then you would work your way up. Depending on the haircut and how much lightness you want to see, how far up is how you would determine how far up you're going to go on the hair. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going all the way up and pretending like this person wants a lot of the ombre. And for both of these doll heads, it's just a long layered haircut. Typically I just kind of do it like that, because I want to be able to check them. So just once, you need to do it again. And then this makes it easier when you're shampooing. So the easiest way that I have found is when you're done, you rinse them out really, really good with the bowl. Maybe do like a really quick shampoo with the lightener off of the ends. And then you take the tangling comb and some conditioner, and you would just work it into this right here, and then comb it out, and it makes it pretty easy if you have it packed in the teasing too tight. So depending on where you want the color to fall is how far up you would go. So I'm going up pretty high because I want it to go up high. But if I wanted, depending on what I want or what the guest wants to do, you could go in and not do the teasing up so high. And I'll show you that on the next foil. So if I wanted it to go down lower, I would start lower and not tease up as high. So depending on where I want to start is where I pack it up to. So. So the ombre technique is, you want to gradually get lighter on the ends. For this doll head right here, I did a couple different techniques, but mostly it was just the lightness was concentrated on the ends with one kind of developer. You can also go through, if you like, and have a 5 volume bleach pull through here and then 10 volume through the ends, or 10 and 20, so that you also get that gradient color going through. I think that looks pretty. On the next side, I'm going to show how you would do it with, you could do it with high lift and lightener if you have somebody with virgin hair. I think that looks really, really pretty. But not everybody comes in with virgin hair, so that one doesn't work a lot of the time. So that's basically what the foils look like. I think it's a pretty fast technique. So for this side, we're just gonna pretend. Let me go get more conditioner.